Hello, lovely people. Welcome back to another book chat. Take two. We'll see how many this takes. It being, I don't know, 6 weeks or so since the last one, I guess. And I should know by now that if I don't do these on a regular basis, I forget how to do them, pretty much. I forget how to do the words. Okay, so how is everyone doing out there? Obviously, for the northern half of the world, you'll be coming out of summer and into your autumn or fall. So yeah, I hope you're really enjoying that change of seasons. Let me know what it's like where you are. Are you looking forward to the cooler weather? Or are you kind of already missing summer a wee bit? Let me know. Uh, Getting warmer here. I'm still hoping to catch the tuies for you at some stage because they're here in the trees every day except when I do a video. But I'm not lying about them, they do exist, I promise. Um, okay, so first things, not what I've been reading, but what I've been kind of gloating over. Gloating, is that the word I mean? Doting on, maybe. The paperback cover of Coming Up Roses. So yeah, it took me ages to get this because one of the complications I had not foreseen was that I had to get it from the States down to New Zealand because I couldn't get it from Australia. I don't know. I don't know if I did something wrong there, but Amazon wouldn't let me order author copies from Australia, which would have been a lot closer. But there we go. I've got them finally, and yeah, I'll show off that cover once more because I love these covers. Monica at Ampersand Book Designs does such amazing work, and I've got something brand new that I wanted to be working on soon, so I'm excited to see what that comes up with. But no teasers yet. uh, okay, and obviously the other thing is like, nah, can't stack it up with my other books because they're all still in the UK. But we'll sort that out later. But if anyone wants to send me a photo of the full lot of paperback books, if you've got them, I would love to see a photo of them all together. That would be amazing. So, you know, get hold of me on Facebook or send me an email. And if you're on my newsletter, you've got my email. And yeah, that would be awesome. So, on to books, what I've been reading. So, the last time we spoke, I think I just started into a reread of The Rivers of London, of which I'd read the first 3 or 4 books. I couldn't actually remember, and then sort of run out of steam, as I often do with series. I get distracted. I'll read something else, and I come back to it. I never come back. But this time I'd bought. They were all on sale, so I bought like 7 of them. I was like, right, I'm going to read all of them, and I didn't because I'm just terrible. But the second to last one I read was Foxglove Summer by Ben Aronovich. And I really, really can recommend the Rivers of London series. It's a great series. It's great fun. Characters are interesting. Just the concept of the fact that all the rivers are gods and are people, and yet they're still rivers at the same time, and it's beautifully done. And obviously for me, one of my favorite things is that magic working alongside the world that we know. So for me, yeah, basically couldn't be better, except if there were cats. There's no cats and no dragons so far, so you know. But Foxglove Summer was the second to last one that I read, and I'm just mentioning it and showing off the cover because it was my favorite in the series. I love the London ones. I know London a little wee tiny bit, so some of it's a bit familiar, but I think quite a few people have mentioned who are either from London or know London very well, how much that adds to the atmosphere of the books, which I can completely understand. But Foxglove Summer isn't set in London. It's basically Peter Grant, the constable who's the main character, goes to the country for part of the summer, and it was just so much fun. It was just being somewhere a bit different, the different gods and entities it was running into. Really, really enjoyed it. I will admit the end, it kind of felt really, really rushed at the end. I was like, okay, right, we're finished here. And that was a bit weird. But overall, I loved the atmosphere of it. You could just feel that sort of really long, hot summer. And it was beautiful. Absolutely loved it. I did read the next one, um, The Hanging Tree. I'm not sure. The next one after it, anyway. I don't have it right here on the Kindle, and if I start scrolling through, I'll lose the other ones. But I think that was the next one I read, and I've actually still got one left to read. But because I didn't enjoy that one so much, and I think not because the book was bad or worse, none of them are bad. Um, I just think that I enjoyed Foxglove Summer so much that it was kind of a letdown when I then went back to London. I was like, oh, it's a bit grey and grimy. I don't really feel like it. um, so yeah, so I decided to have a little break, which being me will probably be a few years, and then I'll come back and I'll have to start again from the beginning. Oh well. I don't mind. I can read Foxglove Summer again then. Okay, so then I read other books. Obviously, I had a load of DNFs, a load of did not finishes for a variety of reasons. Some of them, the writing got to me. Some of them, the books just didn't connect with me. So I've always got lots of reasons, and it doesn't mean that they're not good books. It just means that they weren't right for me. But I won't worry about those ones right now because I will talk about the books that I did enjoy. So, first off, The Library of the Dead by T.L. Hoochu. Yeah, there we go. So this one is set in Edinburgh, and I love Edinburgh. I've only been once, but I absolutely loved it. So I was kind of excited as well to read urban fantasy-ish that was set somewhere different. So yeah, this centers. It almost reads a little bit middle grade-ish, but darker. Um, but yeah, we've got a younger main character. She is a ghost talker. So her job essentially is she takes messages from ghosts. She goes out and hangs around on the streets at night, and the ghosts come and tell her things. And then she takes the messages to their family, and they have to pay her. But she gets caught up with this one ghost who can't pay her, but has lost her son's missing, and she needs help finding him. And what happens is our main character, Ropa, she ends up uncovering this. Oh, monarch butterfly! You see that? It's up there. But yeah, so she uncovers this whole plot where children are being stolen. Overall, I loved it. I loved the world building. The writing is great. The world building was really, really cool. It's kind of a dystopian near future. And it was really, really well done. And some of the stuff the character talks about, like, I remember living when, we had, we had running water, we had toilets, we had this. Now only the very, really rich people can afford to have those sort of things. And yeah, it's just quite cool, and it also has that little bit of possibility to it as well, because yeah, you do sometimes look at the world and go, it wouldn't take a lot to change it for the worst. So yeah, really enjoyed it. Spotted the villain a long way off. A little bit of a caricature. Okay, that's another one of my words. If I've said it wrong, just leave me to it. So yeah, a bit cartoonish basically for the villain. Did spot her from a long way off. The ending wrapped up very, very fast. Another one. I was kind of like, oh, okay, we're at the end. But really enjoyed it overall. Looking forward to the next one. Not out till March, which means by that stage I'll have forgotten, and I'll have to do the same thing. Come back ages later and read them both again. Sorry, trying to get back. Other one that I really enjoyed, and a while ago I mentioned Mrs. Morris Meets Death, I think it was called, by Tammy Painter, which was like a freebie one that you got for signing up for a newsletter, and I do recommend it because her newsletters are great fun. And the story, Mrs. Morris Meets Death, is excellent. And this is the first of her novels I've read, so it's the Undead Mr. Tenpenny. And again, we're kind of urban fantasy-ish, definitely on a kick at the moment. And yeah, just brilliant, great fun to read. Basically, our main character, I've just gone blank, Cassie. It's right there on the front. I do this a lot. So Cassie is working in a funeral home, and as she's preparing a body one day, it wakes up, which has not happened before. It's not meant to happen. She's fairly horrified, and the story unfolds from there. And yeah, it's really, I just found it really, really good fun, because basically one of the corpses ends up introducing, because the corpses can't rest until Cassie's helped them get peace, and this one just, she can't do it, it's not happening. And this corpse takes her, which is Mr. Tenpenny, introduces her to this whole other magical world, which exists just alongside modern day Portland. And it's great fun. best bit, magic is fueled by sugar, so you have to eat lots of cake. Fantastic detail, I know. Plus, there's a cat, always a win. And yeah, overall, great read. Sometimes the main character was a little bit annoying, but it really fitted in with the story. So even when you were getting a bit frustrated with them, you're kind of like, yeah, no, I get it, I understand it. And yeah, it made a lot of sense. So really enjoyed it. Got the next one lined up to read on my Kindle, but right now I'm venturing into something that's not fantasy, which is quite a shock. So yeah, those were my favourite reads out of a lot of did not finishes, and a lot of Rivers of London over the last month or so. So let me know, what have you been reading? Have you read any of these ones? What were your thoughts on them? What have your favourite reads of the month been? Let me know below. And obviously, go and get yourself a lovely paperback. Shameless plug. Wow, terrible. But it's really nice. um, and that is all from me. So I hope you're doing well out there, lovely people. I hope you're looking after yourselves. I'm talking really quickly now because I think my battery's about to run out. So I'm going to go, and we'll see you next time.